Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Genevieve Scholl, a self-published author for over 10 years now, and been doing AuthorTube for a few months. I think it was back in August when I started. And today, I know most of November is going to be, most of the videos on AuthorTube, and including mine, are going to be about NaNoWriMo in November. But today, since I did the planning video on Tuesday, I thought I would go over my goals and then start the weekly vlogs. Well, 2 vlogs per week is what it's going to be. Next week I would start those. So for my goals, so I had explained this in a past video, but it was one of the videos that I was not able to use that became corrupt. So I want to explain to you that I don't call everything goals. So you're going to hear me say words like main quests and side quests. Basically, that just means the goals that are more important and the goals that I could possibly pass on if I run out of time. So I have main quests, side quests, goals, and then I have a list of things that I do to complete the goals and the quests, kind of giving me like an easier it's a way to accomplish the big things by doing little things that build up to that. It's hard to explain, but you'll see when I start talking about it. So for my main quests, my biggest thing is of course going to be Nano, but I'm also going to send my book to my proofreader the week before Thanksgiving. Right now it is with the alpha reader for final critiques, so as soon as she's done and any tiny small changes that I may have to make are complete, then I'll send it right to my proofreader. So it's not a difficult quest for that one, but I am putting it under a main quest just because it's very important for the month, because I want the book to come out in January, and to do that I need the proofreader to start the week before Thanksgiving. I'm also working on a short story for my Patreon, exclusive to Patreon. It is a short story that is like a spin-off of my very first self-published book, Love Clause. And not to give too much away since it is a Patreon exclusive story, but I will tell you the main character is Cindy's sister. And if you remember anything about Love Clause, Cindy's sister doesn't normally celebrate Christmas, and it is a Christmas story. So it should be interesting to see how that goes. Also going to be doing my second podcast episode. The first one comes out tomorrow, the 5th, and the second podcast episode will be the 19th. So I need to script that, record it, edit, although I don't edit as much with podcasts because I like it to be somewhat natural. And it's about emotions, so I like to kind of keep it unedited. Then I have to script the third podcast episode because it will be out in early December, so I have to make sure I have that ready. And I'm hoping to get to 100 Instagram followers. Now, normally I don't put things like that under the quests, but I kind of decided on that one after I'd already written my list, so the area for goals was already full, so I put that under the main quest. Side quests. Readers have expressed that they definitely want a paperback copy of my book that's coming out in January, so that means I have to work on the paperback cover, the paperback formatting, which the formatting will come after I get it back from the proofreader, but formatting takes me a day at most, so I have to do Patreon benefits, and the reason that this is in main quests and side quests is because there's more than just the short story. The main quest is the short story, but I want to be able to put post things otherwise for the month because there's more, there's more benefits. So I put that as a side quest. I need to figure out what question I'm going to ask for my third episode of the podcast. Technically it's episode 2, because the one that's coming out tomorrow on the 5th is an introductory episode, but I'm writing 3 so that I can keep track of how many I've recorded. I'd like to get some new author headshots done, but I don't have the money to get them done professionally, so I probably will just take the tripod and the clicker and go and do them myself. I may wait a little bit because I recently had my hair cut and it's not exactly what I love, and yeah, so I may wait till my hair grows out a little bit. Fortunately, that would mean taking them in the winter, so I'm not sure if that's going to happen this month or not, but I put it down as a side quest just in case. So yeah, that one might end up being pushed. I want to decorate my office for Christmas. I may hold off on decorating for Christmas this year. Usually I love to do it like in the beginning of November, but I may hold off only because I'm writing a dark romance, and I feel like if I surround myself with Christmas decorations, it's gonna kind of screw things up. It's not gonna be the right vibe for inspiration. So we'll see how that goes. As I'm recording this on Monday, the 1st, I already have over 1,000 words in my nano story, and it's kind of taking a direction I wasn't expecting. So it's possible that the final product of Nano is going to be wildly different than what I was planning. It's still dark romance, but there's some things that have revealed themselves that I'm considering. So that may be another benefit for Patreon. If I get some patrons by the end of the month, they may be able to vote on some things to help me out with a direction. Because if you sign up for tier number 3, the author tier, that is one of the benefits. You get to vote on some things in my books. So, interesting little perk there. And then, so my goals, my actual goals, not my quests, are to get to 30 subscribers on YouTube, which I got 6 more this morning during the live. Thank you very much for joining. So I'm only 3 away from that goal. So that one seems attainable. To get 2 patrons on my Patreon page. That is low for what I would actually like to happen, but I like to be realistic in my goals. And since my Patreon is pretty much brand new, I figured 2 was a good goal to reach for. Honestly, if I even get 1, I'll be happy. I would like to connect with more author tubers, which I sort of did during the live this morning, so feel like that goal is pretty attainable. I'd still like to connect with a couple more, but I pretty much can check that one off, honestly. Write 50,000 words, of course, because it's Nano. I don't know if that one's going to happen. Writing 50,000 words, period, let alone in a month, is a crazy thought for me. But I wanted to put it under my goals because I want to still work towards it. And I feel if I put it under my goal, then I'll work towards it more. There's something I want to do that's for Patreon that I can't mention. I want to go through my shelved stories. They're not really shelved, it's just stories that I started and kind of never looked at again. I want to go through them for a couple of reasons. I want to go through them to see if I can get rid of some because I have most of them printed, but the ones that I don't have printed are on my Google Drive, and my Google Drive is getting kind of full. So I'd like to go through them to see if I can get rid of some. But I'd also like to go through them to see if some of them could make a good short story that maybe could be for Patreon one of these months. So I'm going to go through all that. And then the small things I'm going to do to obtain my goals is I'm going to begin on this YouTube channel doing vlogs only. Some of it's going to be talking, some of it's going to be B-roll, but I'm going to do like vlog style videos instead of doing the craft videos and challenges and things like that because not only do I enjoy watching vlogs more, I enjoy recording vlogs more, and it just feels more real to me to do that kind of stuff. So we're going to start doing that, so hopefully get some more subscribers. I need to advertise my Patreon since it's so new. I'd like to do some more collaborative lives. I don't know if that's going to happen in November since a lot of people already have their lives figured out. I did do the collab live this morning with Lynn. That was great. And we have another one of those planned as well in November. But to do any other collaborative lives with other authors, I don't think that's going to happen in November. But I might be able to talk to some other authors to consider doing other lives. And in my opinion, if I do that, then that'll still accomplish that task. I'd like to take a drive. This is kind of a broad task, only because I originally put it down as a way to go do a photo shoot for myself, but I also feel like I'm the most, well, not the most, but I'm exceedingly happy when I'm driving my car, since it's the first car I've ever had in my life, and 33 years old, 34 years old. I think I'm turning 34. Anyway, so I'd like to do that some more. I need to revamp my website, which I think I skipped that one up here in my main quest. One of my main quests is to revamp my author website because it hasn't been touched in years. And one of the things that one of the small tasks I'm going to do to accomplish that is make a list of what I would like to include on the website. So if there's something specific you'd like to see on my website, my author website, please let me know. It may end up being an all-encompassing website, so I may include the podcast and everything on there as well. I haven't decided that yet. And I'm going to find a way to do a store so you guys can order signed paperbacks and maybe eventually some merchandise. Not sure about that yet because I'm not sure what I would include, but if you would be interested in author merchandise for me, let me know in the comments. So that's my list of quests and goals. Last month in October, I did this little chart here that I learned from a different author tuber, where you write down things you want to do every day of the month and then you highlight it if you do it. As you can see, there's quite a bit of gaps in mine, especially meal prepping did not happen really at all. And playing with my cat didn't happen that much, and I feel kind of guilty about that because I don't give him a lot of time. And then also engaging readers could have been better. Mental health breaks and reading and listening to podcasts and watching one of my mystery shows, those went really well for the most part. But I'd like to get better at some of the others. So for November, I made a new one so that I could work towards it. I have read 2 chapters, watch forensic files, listen to a podcast, engage readers, mental health time, and play with mischief, which are all tasks that were in October as well, but I want goals on this chart that I want to do every day. So it's less of a specific list and more of a broad list. And then at the bottom I put write every day because it's Nano. I don't normally try to write every day because I work from home and I own my own business and everything. So I'm usually pretty busy. But because it's Nano, I wanted to put that in there. And it's already colored in for today. Those are my goals for the month. I feel like November is going to be a pretty productive month, and hopefully, since I'm going to be making time for myself and time for my mental health, I won't get into any of those moments where doing things just feels exhausting and I end up procrastinating or staying in bed all day or just gorging on junk food and not getting anything done. I hope I don't have any of those days, but if they do come about, then I know I have a plan set up to kind of recuperate kind of, to get to a point where I'm again being productive. I'm trying not to burn myself out this month. I kind of got a little burned out in October, so I'm trying to be a little bit more relaxed and not push myself so much in November. But if you want to get things done, you have to push yourself a little, which is why I like to make, like you saw in Tuesday's video, that planner with craziness colors and everything, and my monthly goals. And then I have in this same bullet journal I have like a daily schedule kind of thing, like things I want to get done, so that I can kind of have a direction. I've been trying to tell myself every day, if you don't meet your goals, it's not a big deal. And that usually works. Like I'll get up and I'll say, okay, you want to do this, this, and this today, but if you don't, it's not the end of the world. And it usually gives me the push I need. I'd love to hear about your goals for November, and if you're doing NaNoWriMo and how your first day, well, first, when this posts, how your first week went. And then I will update you guys next week on mine. I also have some lives set up, as I've mentioned, for November. You can go into my playlists. There's a live playlist, and you can click on each of those and set yourself a reminder. And then I think that's it for today. I'm going to turn around here to my desk and get back to my writing. I have about 500 words to hit the NaNoWriMo daily goal of 1667. So hopefully I'll hit that today. And then I'm also going to work on my short story for Patreon. Then the last two things I have to do for the day are I have to do a little bit more research for my NaNoWriMo project, which I'm starting with this book here, which says Inside the Minds of Angry and Controlling Men. Since it's a dark romance, I thought that was appropriate. Although now with the way that the story is changing, it might not be. But I'm going to keep doing the research because you never know when it might come in handy. And then the other last thing I got to do for the day, aside from my nightly ritual stuff, is read 4 chapters of a ARC copy of a book, which I will be reviewing on this channel on the 18th, because that's the day it releases. So that week, the Thursday video will be the review of the book, and the Friday video will be the vlog. So you'll get an extra video that week, so that'll be fun. And I will see you guys next week. I hope you do well on your goals for NaNoWriMo, and I hope you guys will continue to watch my videos as I see how this goes for me. I did do NaNoWriMo one other time in 2016 and quit quickly. But I'm hoping not to do that this time. I have a lot bigger support system this time, and talking to you guys really helps with the inspiration. So let's see how it goes. I will see you guys next time. And you know, I never know how to end these videos, so if it sounds really weird when I'm ending the videos, it's because I never know what to say. I watch a lot of other author tubers, and they just seem so good at doing this video thing, but a lot of them have been doing it for a lot longer than me. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Bye. Happy writing.